Namaste. Today I am going to talk about high-end spirituality. Now, this high-end spirituality has been forgotten by many people in India. They are Western educated, they go to a guru, and they don't realize that they are not practicing high-end spirituality. They are practicing a very low end of spirituality. Now, there was a particular guru in Bangalore whose name is that of Sun. He actually tells his follower, teach the other people basic stuff. Now, if you want evolution, if you want enlightenment, if you want to travel faster in the spiritual life, then you cannot do the low-end spirituality which is being propagated by people across. For example, doing bhajans. You do 1 hour bhajans. Bhajan does not bring the vortex of energy, it opens up and it doesn't pour the energy into the antakarna. There was a lady who was doing bhajans and doing hoo-ha about it. I told her, just light 10 lamps in the morning. That is enough. You will have more energy than the bhajans. She was absolutely shocked because she said, I had more energy than the bhajans itself. So please understand, high-end spirituality has to be practiced by you. All the so-called gurus will do 2-3 things, and in India it has been a repetitive norm. First thing is, they will ask you to be a volunteer. They will ask you to do seva for the ashram, for the guru, which means basically doing the administration work, basically doing the HR work, that is you recruit people and you administrate people across. That is the work for which they take volunteers across. The second thing is, they go on giving discourse about this and that. Now, discourse is okay, but discourse should lead to practice. Theory should lead to practice. And it is like an athleticism. If suppose you go to a coach, the coach will tell you about a technique, but 90% of the time is about practice. Unfortunately, in the name of satsang, in the name of talking some theoretical stuff, these gurus go on talking about a variety of stuff. Now, which is not practically solvable. For example, I know there are people who have worked with the soil conservation. I have made an afforested area into a forest. I have known people who have bought organic farming to 200-300 farmers. I have known people who bring about dramatic change in the seed and the implementation method. But there is a guru who talks about soil conservation because he goes in a Ducati bike and he travels from London to Chennai. It does not mean anything to do with the spirituality. It is to do with working with the farm, and the followers has to give money and all the thing. It just is total useless effort. But for the sake of publicity, because there was Milan Soman who drew the bicycle from Bombay to Pune, and that guru saw that there was a bus travel available from London to India, that guy started to do that. That is a low-end spirituality, is working with the farm. For example, if that guru were to teach Bhu Suktam, if he were to teach Bhagya Suktam and make people chant, that is a high-end spirituality. So please understand the difference between the low-end spirituality and high-end spirituality. Now you go there and do seva, it is voluntarism, and you do some mild bhajans, and it is not going to change your consciousness. It is not going to change the karma. It is not going to open the antakarna, and the bridge of heavenly light is going to flow down. This is one of the biggest problem of the Indian spirituality. Satsang, bhajan, seva. It is more than enough. No, it is not enough. You need to do meditation for hours together. You need to use the theory to get yourself more into practice. For example, in Tibetan Buddhism, they don't allow you to sleep lying down. They make you sit down and make you sleep across. So that is the spirituality which is practiced by the Tibetan Buddhist. So that they do a 3-year retreat. They completely withdraw themselves from the world and then they do the 3-year retreat. In Vipassana, they make you do 10 days, 20 days, 30 days. They go on to do 90-day program. That is high-end spirituality. So please understand that doing some bhajans, doing some seva, that is administration work, or being a salesman, being an agent of the Guru is not going to make you spiritual across. And doing some basic yoga postures also will not be helpful to you. I have known yoga teachers who can do Mayurasan, who can do Ashtavakrasan, who can do Vishwamitrasan. All these people, that there was a question which was asked by me in the YouTube. He told that has nothing to do with enlightenment, that this thing marketing is about. The Guru says, I have no idea about scriptures, which means unread, uneducated guy who is trying to talk about spirituality is trying to make spirituality into a artha, into a business, into a way of money making, so you will be totally lost. So please understand, you need to use astrology for higher principles of spiritual endeavor. For example, the Tirthankar is born on a particular day, time, night. It's all astrological parameters which is used across. You have to read the original scriptures. You can't expect these gurus to talk about any interpretation of these scriptures across. For example, I saw in Mahashivratri, one guru asked to chant the Rudram Chamakam, and he is doing the Abhisheka for Shivalinga, nothing wrong. But he could have asked his followers to learn Rudram Chamakam and make them chant across. It would have been a bigger thing. No, they don't do that. They never allow you to evolve into a higher dimension and a higher cause. They simply hold you by doing bhajan, seva, some basic yoga stuff which could have been learnt by anywhere. So don't get lost. Can you do a 20-day retreat? Can you sit down and not meet people and get into silence and do the retreat across? If you are not able to do that, your spirituality is not going to be used at the time of death. Can you sit and meditate in the night instead of sleeping across? So please understand, this kind of low-end spirituality is not advocated at all. And this is what the mass is very, very interested. Now we teach Swara Yoga, we teach Karma Vipak, we teach the Mantra Shastra, how the mantra will have an impact, all, and manifestation using Kala Chakra, all the Swara Yoga, all those things are real high-end spirituality which is not available outside across. So please understand this basic level of spirituality. They can be popular, they can be well known, they can be understood. Just because you understand them, it does not mean that they have spiritual capacities across. So please understand, don't get lost in this spirituality which these people are propagating, and this is not going to work into your real-time life across. So please understand this and try to graduate yourself into high-end spirituality, high-end ways of doing things across, which will make a huge dent in the karma, in the resolution of karma, in the evolution of things across. Thank you so much.